In a world filled with billions of people, extraordinary individuals can be found hiding in different corners, waiting to be noticed. Today, we're uncovering 15 of these unusual and rare people you've likely never come across before. From a young athlete born without legs to a woman with a beard, these are the kinds of lives that stop you in your tracks. So, let's start this list with number 15, Alain Robert. Climbing the tallest buildings on Earth without a rope, harness, or safety gear may sound stupidly impossible, but that's Alain Robert, known as the French Spider-Man. He was born in 1962 and turned his obsession with climbing into a record-setting life of high-risk feats. Using only chalk, bare hands, and raw nerve, he has scaled over 150 skyscrapers worldwide, including the Burj Khalifa, the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, and Malaysia's Petronas Towers. One mistake, one slip, would mean certain death. In 1982, he suffered a 15-meter fall that left him in a coma and 66% physically disabled. Doctors said he'd never climb again, but Alain proved them wrong. He rebuilt his body and returned stronger, defying the odds and gravity alike. Often climbing without permits, he's been arrested in multiple countries, but never deterred. He says the risk is worth it to inspire people to overcome fear. Whether preaching courage or scaling steel giants, Alain Robert is a living symbol of boldness and human will. Number 14, Isaiah Bird. Well, next time you're looking for excuses to skip your workout, think about Isaiah Bird, a boy who's never let his circumstances slow him down. Isaiah was born without legs, but that's never stopped him from chasing his dreams. Every day he trains in football and soccer, mastering skills most wouldn't dare attempt. Beyond that, Isaiah swims, skateboards, and surfs with fearless energy. What fuels him is a deep drive not to give in. His coach, Miguel Rodriguez, has been a huge part of his journey. They met when Isaiah was just 9, and their bond has only grown stronger. Isaiah also has a tight-knit circle of support, his mother, his friends, and his good teammates, who keep him going. His story isn't about pity, it's about power. Isaiah's commitment to living without limits makes him one of the most inspiring athletes out there. When life gave him challenges, he answered with action, and continues doing exactly that. Number 13, Connie Culp. Connie made medical history as the first U.S. recipient of a near-total face transplant. In 2004, she survived a horrific attack when her brutal husband shot her in the face during a failed murder-suicide. The blast destroyed her nose, cheeks, and left her legally blind. For 5 years, she endured over 30 surgeries, until a groundbreaking 22-hour transplant at the Cleveland Clinic in 2008, led by Dr. Maria Siemionow, changed her life. Donor tissue from Anna Casper restored 80% of Connie's face, including muscle, bone, and nerves. Slowly, she regained her ability to breathe, speak, eat, and smile. Though her speech remained slurred and her vision impaired, her recovery was astonishing. Connie spent the rest of her life advocating for organ donation and supporting survivors of disfigurement. Her courage in the face of trauma inspired thousands. Connie died at age 57 due to an unrelated infection, but she's in people's hearts. Number 12, Papa Smurf. Paul, aka Papa Smurf, became globally known not for his illness, but for his unusual blue skin. What began as a simple attempt to treat dermatitis turned into a lifelong transformation. Hoping to ease his skin condition, Paul began using colloidal silver, a liquid mixture made from suspended silver particles, both topically and orally. Over time, the silver began to accumulate in his body, triggering a rare condition called argyria. Slowly, his skin took on a distinct blue-gray hue. Instead of hiding, Paul embraced it. He appeared on numerous television shows, shared his story openly, and used his experience to warn others about the dangers of untested treatments. Despite public stares and media curiosity, Paul lived life with surprising ease and quiet pride. His journey became a cautionary tale on medical misinformation, but also one of acceptance. Paul Karason reminded the world that appearance alone doesn't define a person, and that even unintentional transformation can reveal pretty powerful lessons. Number 11. Mia Aflalo Shunem. Mia may be a little girl, but her age hasn't stopped her from gaining over 1 million followers on Instagram, and it's all thanks to the incredible gift she was born with. This young Israeli girl has a naturally thick, glossy head of hair that by the time she turned 6 had already grown astonishingly long. Many couldn't believe it. In fact, some people even assumed she was wearing a natural human hair wig. But just a few candid pictures were enough to silence the skeptics and prove it was all her own original hair. Mia absolutely loves the camera, and showing off her hair has earned her genuine celebrity status online. She spends time posing in stylish dresses, smiling proudly as her hair flows around her. What started as a simple childhood trait has turned into something much bigger. With charm, confidence, and naturally breathtaking hair, Mia continues to enjoy every second of her young life, and the world is watching. Number 10. David Philip Vetter. David, known as the Bubble Boy, was born on September 21st, 1971 in Texas. His life began sealed inside a sterile plastic chamber just seconds after birth. David had severe combined immunodeficiency, a rare genetic disease that left his immune system dangerously weak. For 12 years, he lived inside a medical isolator, first at Texas Children's Hospital, then later at home. Every single item, meals, diapers, even toys, had to be sterilized before entering his space. Still, his family and doctors tried to give him a childhood as normal as possible. Homeschooling, games, holidays with his sister, and even a Halloween costume he could wear using the isolator's rubber gloves. In 1974, NASA engineers built him a mobile isolation suit that allowed limited time outside the bubble. In 1983, he received a bone marrow transplant from his sister, but the tissue carried Epstein-Barr virus, triggering lymphoma. He died 4 months later. David's life transformed the future of SCID treatments, giving others a chance at survival. Number 9. Rose Guile. Rose challenged beauty norms in the most visible way, by embracing her full beard. Diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, a hormonal disorder that causes excess facial hair, Rose began shaving daily at 13 to hide her stubble. For years, she cycled through plucking, waxing, and costly laser treatments, all with no lasting results. The emotional toll was heavy, shaped by embarrassment and constant pressure to appear normal. Then Rose decided to stop hiding. She put down the razor and allowed her beard to grow, a turning point that sparked newfound confidence. Instead of shame, she found pride and even felt more attractive. By sharing her journey, Rose inspired thousands to rethink traditional beauty standards. Today, she lives openly, modeling self-acceptance and proving that real confidence comes from authenticity, not conformity. Her message is simple yet powerful. The world doesn't define your beauty. You do. Number 8. Matt Stutzman. Matt Stutzman is living proof that limitations can become extraordinary strengths. Born without arms, most would assume archery impossible for him. Instead, Matt didn't just learn to shoot a bow, he became one of the best archers in the world. Using only his legs, feet, and shoulder, he developed a technique unlike anything seen before. He places the bow on his foot, loads the arrow with his toes, and uses a release trigger strapped to his shoulder to fire with deadly precision. In 2012, Matt represented Team USA at the Paralympics in London, winning a silver medal in individual archery. In 2015, he shattered the Guinness World Record for the longest accurate archery shot, hitting a target from 310 yards, or 283.47 meters, farther than a football field, without arms. Matt's story is one of relentless innovation, grit, and discipline. While most archers refine existing methods, he invented his own and still competes among the world's best. Number 7. Rosemary and Christina. These identical twins from New York were both born with albinism, a rare condition that results in very low melanin levels in the skin, eyes, and hair. While albinism itself is rare, it's especially uncommon in identical twins. Growing up, they faced stares, awkward questions, and public curiosity. But rather than shy away, they embraced their appearance. Now in their 20s, they've turned their style into a mission. Through their Instagram accounts, Style by Rosemary and Style by Tina, they promote bold fashion, share beauty advice, and spark open discussions about living with albinism. Their goal is simple but strong: challenge outdated beauty norms and inspire confidence in others. They aren't just known for being the twins with albinism. They're recognized for their bold presence, unapologetic confidence, and visibility. Their story is a powerful blend of representation and resilience, proving that real beauty comes from accepting yourself completely and refusing to hide what makes you really different. Number 6. Johnny Strange. Now this man is just mind-blowing. Johnny Strange isn't just a sideshow name, he's a spectacle of human extremes. Born in Lancashire, England, he's earned global recognition and multiple Guinness World Records for stunts few dare to attempt. His most jaw-dropping feat, pulling a full-sized airplane using nothing but his pierced earlobes. In 2014, Johnny attached hooks to his stretched ear piercings and dragged a Cessna 172 plane weighing over 1,400 pounds across a runway while keeping his balance and composure. This won him the record for the heaviest weight pulled by pierced ears. 2 years later, he broke his own record by lifting over 47 pounds from his ears, proving his earlobes truly hold steel-like strength. But Johnny's not a one-trick act. He's also performed sword swallowing inside the globe of death, juggled chainsaws, and endured animal traps and beds of nails. His shows mix danger, discipline, and dark humor, turning his body into a finely tuned machine built for pain-defying performance. Number 5. Versavia Borun. At first sight, Versavia seems like any other young girl who loves ponies, drawing, and dancing. But if you look closer, you'll realize there's something incredibly rare about her. She lives with one of the world's rarest medical conditions, pentalogy of Cantrell. It's a group of 5 birth defects, and in her case, it caused her heart to grow outside her chest. Unlike most 10-year-olds whose hearts are safely shielded by their rib cages, Versavia's heart developed outside due to a malformed diaphragm, chest, and abdominal wall. At birth, doctors didn't believe she'd survive more than a few days, but she did. She continues to live one careful day at a time, protecting her heart as she awaits a high-risk surgical procedure to move it back inside her chest. She is not only surviving, she's thriving with grace and resilience, proving that even the most delicate hearts can carry unbelievable strength. And she looks too beautiful and cute, doesn't she? Number 4. Shyla Madison Calvert. This young girl from Melbourne, Australia, draws attention for something few others have: her remarkable hair. Diagnosed with uncombable hair syndrome, a rare genetic trait, her hair sticks out in every direction like a bright, fluffy halo. From infancy, her upright, wiry strands set her apart. Strangers often stared or reached out without asking, and school kids gave her nicknames like Fluffhead. But Shyla embraced her uniqueness. She'd laugh and say, "Just call me Fuzzy," or "I look like a lion with a wild mane." At age 7, she was formally diagnosed, ironically during a dental procedure by a sharp-eyed anesthetist. Since then, she's turned her hair into a symbol of pride. On Instagram, she spreads a message of confidence, telling others to love what makes them different. What once drew teasing has become her signature. Shyla isn't just the girl with the fuzzy hair, she's a face of self-love, defiance, and joyful individuality. Number 3. Karine D'Souza. Well, we've seen rare conditions, impossible feats, and lives lived on the edge. But Karine D'Souza's story is in a category of its own. She lives with one of the most aggressive genetic disorders known, xeroderma pigmentosa, which is in short, XP. This condition stops her body from repairing UV damage, turning sunlight into a lethal enemy. Even a brief exposure can lead to severe burns, open sores, or skin cancer. Since age 3, Karine has lived wrapped in protective clothing, sunscreen, and shadows. She's endured more than 200 surgeries, losing parts of her nose, lips, and even a breast to melanoma. But her spirit never gave in. Karine met her partner Edmilson online, and in 2023, they welcomed their daughter Zaya, whom she calls her greatest miracle. Critics attacked her for having a child, calling her selfish, even saying her daughter would fear her face. But Karine answers plainly, "Having a family was always my dream." And she was right. Zaya wasn't fear, she was love. And life is the same for every human. Number 2. Milagros Cerrón. Milagros Cerrón from Peru had an extremely rare birth condition called sirenomelia, mermaid syndrome, where the legs are fused and digestive, urinary, and reproductive systems share one outlet. Her kidneys were severely underdeveloped, one non-functional, the other mispositioned and undersized. Most infants with sirenomelia die at birth or survive only hours, but she beat the odds. In 2005, doctors inserted silicone expanders between her legs to stretch the skin. On May 31st, they performed surgery to separate the limbs just above the knees. A second surgery in 2006 completed the separation of her upper thighs. These operations allowed Milagros to start walking, turning her into a national symbol of strength. She even appeared on a Canadian magazine cover alongside Celine Dion. Over her lifetime, she endured more than 11 surgeries. Sadly, she died at 15 from renal failure while awaiting a kidney transplant. Her story remains a powerful example of human strength, hope, and surgical determination. Number 1. Sofia Hajipantelli. Sofia is a Greek Cypriot-American model whose signature unibrow turned her into a global icon of self-expression. Born in Maryland in 1997 to a Greek father and British mother, she embraced her heritage while studying marketing at the University of Maryland. A DIY brow tint gone darker than planned became her defining look. Instead of plucking it away, she kept it. Naming her unibrow Veronica, Sofia transformed it into her trademark and launched the unibrow movement in 2017 to promote self-acceptance and individuality. Since then, she has walked for major designers, appeared in international campaigns, and even served as a judge on Greece's Next Top Model. Though she's faced criticism and online abuse, Sofia remains unshaken. For her, confidence is owning who you are without compromise. Today, she's not only modeling but redefining what beauty can look like, showing that authenticity, not conformity, is what makes someone unforgettable. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.